Alright, hello all of you bastards, and welcome to Ace Attorney, where it hasn't even been a minute, and already I'm being waterboarded. Already my own channel points are being used against me. Wait, hang on. Slurp, slurp. See, and I'll take this one. I'll take this one to myself. I won't make anybody else drown for me. It's my fault for getting so distracted with the weird chariot monster. Anyway, Ace Attorney.
So I don't even know.
Hello, it's Ace Attorney.
Properly. Hello.
Ace Attorney time.
Hi.
Hello.
You're welcome for the waterboarding, by the by.
I am an ocean. I am calm. I am
Speaking
cool.
of, I gotta grab a drink myself. I'll be right back.
I cannot believe you tried to waterboard me, and you didn't even let yourself participate.
Wow, hypocrite.
I walked away from my computer, and I still can't hear anything.
And yet you know my anger follows you.
It's resonant,
Okay, now I can hear things.
echoing through the halls.
Hey. Did you guys know that I love you?
I love you.
My God, that's crazy. I love
Heart emoji.
you.
Whose turn is it on the judge bicycle?
Everybody else has had lots of characters, but like I've been the judge too consistently. I feel like
Moth has not been the judge at all.
Moth.
There's
Just-
a reason I haven't been the
Just
judge.
for this
That's right.
section. Talk to yourself.
I don't want to talk to
Talk dirty to yourself. Do
Fine,
do
I'll
do
be
do
the
do.
judge.
Coda saves.
I'll be the judge and Edgeworth. Why not?
Alright, I'll take judge.
Rush. Huh?
I said I'll take judge back once Thunder. Actually, no. Calling him the Thunderman is an insult to the Thunderman LLC.
What?
Oh, I love him.
Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Let me stroke my beard.
Yes, I'm a wise man. I said that correctly. What about cranberries?
They're not a
Oh,
very
shit.
good fruit, I think.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
I think cranberries are overrated. Oh God, what's
Thank
my
you,
voice?
Phoenix.
Every day
I'm a
Phoenix
professional
Wright.
anime protagonist or something like that.
Yes.
I'm channeling Coda. I'm channeling Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic 2 steps to the left.
I'm channeling Sonic 2 steps.
Sonic, but slower.
Sonic, but he definitely tried like LSD a few times in college.
Why are you so good at this fucking Sonic voice?
I have no idea. Practice?
You
It's
just you
the-
have the cadence down fucking pat.
Sonic the Hedgehog in your soul.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time?
That's like, I feel like he was trying to do
That
something
feels
with
wrong.
that, and like it didn't get there.
Yeah,
It's authentic to his
Whatever.
character.
We'll get there. I always
Decisive.
end up in the voice eventually.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Girl, why?
Yeah, you should have.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Hello?
2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Oh, and it was just the
Hey, did
blood
you know
type?
Blood
You didn't?
types aren't unique.
Yeah, I'm like, did you not DNA match that
I
motherfucker?
haven't invented that yet.
Okay, to be fair, I will give Angel some credit. I don't know what my blood type is.
I also don't know what my blood type is.
I'm O negative, I think.
Wait, be careful! Don't you know blood types are unique? You're doxing yourself.
I think they're only unique for horses.
Wait, really?
Okay, so they're not unique for horses, but horses have like 10,000 blood types for no fucking reason.
I love that. It's
because-
so fucked up.
Yeah, no, they're a terrifying monstrosity of evolution. That's why.
Neat. exposing me as a horse. Doxing myself as a horse.
I can't believe you're doxing yourself as a horse.
No, all I
Yeah.
can think of is the will you be my owner with the horse with the human head.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Conan, come on.
What? I spaced out for a second.
Alright, the the anime game. The horse with the human face.
The race horses.
Will you be my owner? The horse with the human face. This is a thing.
Oh. Fuck. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's
Its
called.
neck was too long.
Oh shit, is this the one that's like, it's eating pizza or something out of the... It's like, thank you for my life.
This is gonna show up in my nightmares.
The shoe proves that it's flawless, decisive evidence.
Well, I'll put it in muted. I'll in a bit. I will.
August, why do you want to hurt us like this?
It's love.
Suffer with me.
Oh shit. Fuck. God. I'm so spacey tonight, I'm sorry.
What? There was blood found on that shoe. Staring at the cranberries too long.
Oh no. Oh, there's a thing. Oh, there it goes. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Hello?
Young cranberries.
That's the land part of Lunchland. The decisive evidence.
Right.
Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Try to keep up, Edgeworth. Simple, as I've already said.
You're a bitch-ass motherfucker. And I don't want you to look at my fucking shoe. You don't deserve it.
I don't give out that kind of stuff away for free. I don't trust your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let alone feet pics.
Why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
I think there's too many cooks in this kitchen.
And you had the blood tests performed?
Yeah, this is because they're like all cops. Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
The polycule, it expands.
Hello?
Edgeworth is like, I hate your polycule.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
Hello, DJ.
What?
DJ
Love you.
Beloved!
Hi, DJ.
Doing good, doing good.
DJ!
DJ the most beloved.
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law.
I'm loving this infighting.
The first rule of evidence law is don't talk about evidence law.
Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Checkmate.
I feel like there's evidence for him. Not so
Checkmate.
And
fast.
listen, Edgeworth has had a crisis of faith, and he now believes in the truth instead of just winning.
Oh, he's an honorable boy now.
Also,
Trying
he's
anyway.
also spite. He's still fueled 80% by spite, and he doesn't like this lady.
That's
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective.
Somehow this is illegal.
Anything.
Used to be.
Previously. I feel like I can't get up to whatever voice I was doing previously for her. I can't, like, summon it today. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department.
It was an
As
on the
you can
books, off the
see.
books evidence.
It was approved by the police department as of today.
Mouse has saved the game.
Even the general
Just for
public
you,
can
just for
review.
you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Blame Mouse.
Oh, you're good. No, you're good. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It feels wrong.
It feels like this should be illegal.
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
I love
This
the
is
law
like-
here. It feels so loose and free. Like a
It's
skirt.
DIY.
You could at least study some evidence law. Really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law.
Don't
What's the
talk
second
about-
rule of
Yeah,
evidence
yeah,
law?
come on.
We're gonna
However-
find out.
Oh my god, the second rule of evidence law.
It seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Who would have guessed?
The second rule of evidence law is that you cannot harm a human or by an action allowing a human to be harmed.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Angel Star is like, I will be cross-examined for 1,000,000 years.
Yeah. Christ.
I'm here
evidence.
forever now.
Imagine telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Like,
Couldn't be me. Is it just...
She's like, I hate Lana Sky for lying, and then she gets up on the stand and lies.
Thanks, Emma. Ah! There's blood here too!
on the sole of the shoe, it's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood. It's horrible.
Aren't you a forensic scientist in training?
The blood should be scooped up and then put back into people. Waste not, want not.
I thought she was going to be a scientific investigator.
His blood might be an important clue.
Okay. That didn't tell me where I was supposed to present it. It's fine. You know what? Look at this shoe. Nope.
That.
Look at this graph.
I've been judged. I've been judged.
No.
Please
You only got
think.
2 more tries.
I've never thought, and I never will think. Actually, maybe I should be pressing.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh.
Well, speak up.
Oh, music stopped.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB.
There's more, King.
However, you can't tell from a blood test whether...
I love
Hang
it.
on, I need a sec. You can't
That's
tell
so-
from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
The music stopped and everything. It was for this dramatic moment.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. We fucking have DNA, you idiot. Or so I hear. But hey, I'm just 16.
Everyone's got DNA. It comes
That's
for
pretty
free.
specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results.
Wait, what?
But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
So the suspect's blood was found in the victim's shoe.
We don't know it was the suspect's blood, we just know it was the suspect's blood type.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that.
Is it flawless, decisive evidence?
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
Ugh.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Hello?
Would you like some flesh?
Flesh. Flesh. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Oh my god, have you guys seen the fucking blood blocks?
No.
The blood what? Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
the flesh horror reminded me. I'm so hype about the blood blocks.
I'm also...
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
so
the
hype
blood
about...
blocks,
I'm excited about them.
Me when body horror. Delicious.
There's also blood liquid.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? You wouldn't let me present this shoe, but you're... Okay, fuck you.
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
Oh, there's so many problems with this shoe.
Ate his
I'm
special.
not imagining things.
I should get my life back.
I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie.
Hello?
I'd give you peppered fish guts now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
What does that mean?
I think it might be a euphemism.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about this evidence? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Is it that all the blood is on the bottom of the shoe?
Yeah.
Bottom of the shoe.
Listen, we saw the bottom of the shoe. Oh, we can present the spot. Yeah, that's stepped
I
in the
wonder
pool
if
of
you
blood.
noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Oh, it's me, sorry. Don't mess with me, rookie. It'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Hot.
We're all a little out of it today, I think.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe?
He said stabbed in the chest, wasn't it?
Pool of blood on the ground. Gotta step into it.
Oh yeah, why would he step into the pool of his own blood?
Yeah. But like, how do I say that?
I don't know.
With your heart.
With my heart.
I don't know, we really only have
Oh
two
wait,
tries.
there's not a pool of blood on the
Oh, there
ground
also
in the
isn't a
photograph?
pool of ground in the photograph.
I don't know if that's
After the
like,
kind
it
of-
might just be bad art though.
Is it bad art? No, it's not!
The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
See, for some reason though, I find Angel Star less annoying than April May.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, me too. Well, she's like
She's
tough.
less bootleg catgirl energy.
Yeah.
That is true. It's not even bootleg.
No, it is bootleg. Actual catgirls aren't that annoying.
You know what? Correct.
I
No,
think
but the-
Angel Star is a dog girl
You're so right.
because she's like a cop.
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection, we were there!
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because you checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
I was expecting another objection.
Me too! I thought there was gonna be a pun.
Order! 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 Well, witness.
What? Huh?
Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of the footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
See, I'm a better lawyer than all of you. Think, Mr. Wright, think.
sue, lawyer, sue. Hey, I don't know why it's not there.
Phoenix being like, this isn't my job.
I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What? Tisku, tisku, tisku.
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end.
Hello?
But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
You know what? I have no idea what's happening. Edgeworth, take it from here.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. She's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr!
We have a leopard woman on here.
We do.
I do.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please, go destroy each other so it's not our problem.
Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
What?
Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty?
I've got to know now, the drama!
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still
Phoenix
don't
doesn't know
get
what
it,
water
Mr.
is.
Wright. It's
H2O.
water, it's H2O, motherfucker. That thing that you're supposed to have 8 glasses of every day.
Phoenix has never gotten waterboarded. This is the only reason why he doesn't know.
He only drinks apple juice.
Do you want to
Mine
know
juice
the
directly
reason?
to forehead.
Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Shout out to when one of my roommates bought this really fancy thing of apple juice that the checkout person was convinced was alcohol. It was a very fun 8-minute
Oh my
conversation.
Swear to God, it's not alcohol.
It's it rings up as apple juice. See, and it's you're smuggling this. It's liquor.
Right under everyone's noses.
It was great.
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Immediately.
That, I think, ties things up quite nicely. The blood stains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder.
We still don't have a DNA test.
Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
So where did the blood end up?
Why, the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
The blood doesn't just disappear. That reminds me. Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something! Please. Please!
What? What can I do?
You're a lawyer! Boy!
Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side! She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
I have an honest feeling I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like, excuse me, you little bitch!
Little girl, what did you just say?
Uh-huh? Me?
Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
I mean, you're their witness. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping.
This doesn't feel relevant, but okay. Dig your own grave.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
I feel like
Wait.
I saw that lunchbox before, and that's not what it was called last time.
She's just making this shit up as she goes.
What Phoenix said, and don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen.
I
Anyway,
swear that name has another meaning.
this is level hostility.
Absolutely. Look at how she talks about Lana. It's really... Look at this.
No.
A photograph.
But this
Every
time...
time I look at one, it makes
God
me
damn it!
Yeah.
I was about to say, but this time nobody's laughing!
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright! Yeah, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of
Trey.
Bradbury's. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
I'm sorry about your ex-girlfriend, Mia. Oh. Right?
Right.
Oh, you can go ahead. Go for it.
You? Right. Wet or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
I love Phoenix's emotional support ghost. You're bad at looking at evidence. Be better.
Please look at the evidence.
This is the last piece of evidence. It is not the last piece of evidence.
I
It's kind
assure
of
you, it's not the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace
Even the judge is
anymore?
like, God damn it!
Oh.
Too many
Goddamn
twists and
sons of
turns!
bitches.
I was trying to doom an innocent woman.
Whatever it is, can it wait?
No! No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this.
See, look, they're still laughing at the photograph.
The last one to make us laugh.
I'm a broken man. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted.
Yes, we already laughed at it.
I wanna go home. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I'll think later.
Me too, King!
Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake.
Let's just... Alright.
Yeah, you should probably start safe scumming at this point.
Let's try
Very
this
well,
hard.
Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph. And why we're still laughing at it.
Oh shit! It's the...
I was gonna say, there's something in the
Oh,
tail.
there's an... It's
The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
There we go.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
The judge is too
We've
old to
already
know what a
laughed at.
car is. When I grew up, the streets were filled with horse and carriage.
A muffler is also a part of the car motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see.
Says the blind man.
As he picked up his hammer and saw.
What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
We have lost the Gawain for a bit.
Beloved. Okay,
No.
I got it then. So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Fuck you.
Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy.
Have you considered that maybe it should?
In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
It's like show evidence. Phoenix, show
Word
evidence.
muffler, go back.
Oh, there it is.
Miss Star,
Of the porn variety.
I'll leave. Recall your testimony for the court.
Yes, since we heard this already, I'm not doing it again.
Did I miss Angel Sky having a screaming breakdown yet? Oh, I'm just in time. Muffler. Ah,
You might cut out thing.
that's
You
very
did.
sad. I
That's
made
where
a
the
noise.
suffering was.
I could
made
tell
an
that you
unpleasant
were
noise.
starting to make a noise, and then your mic was like, no. Part
It's
of it.
like, I'll spare you that one.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so,
Also, who the fuck calls us? Who calls a scarf a muffler? Is that like a regional thing?
British, maybe?
that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
What? How do you? I have no idea how to make that noise.
You make it with too much confidence.
It seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
Sussy Baki?
Sus? Among Us?
Every single one of us at the same time. We have no brain cells. Alright. Judge mine now. I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth.
Oh shit, sorry. Got distracted by a pig.
He's mine now!
Okay, fine.
If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law.
So true, King, I guess.
Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring
Where
me
was
that
energy?
cloth. The verdict will...
Just learned.
I just learned how to take my job seriously! The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence.
It seems like maybe a you problem.
Agreed?
I suppose so.
That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will now adjourn for a 30-minute recess. Go use the seesaw. You look like you'd need it.
Enrichment, mandatory.
It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry?
Yes, I've had second lunch. But what about third lunch?
Very important.
What about 11Cs?
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you?
Absolutely.
Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Is this a metaphor? Am I depressed? Is this what it feels like to need therapy?
And I think you might need a therapist.
Fuck.
Also, yeah, pretty much.
At least you don't need as severe one as Edgeworth. I mean, come on. Look at the Dick Lobotomy 6 incident
Yeah.
debacle.
Except today we're swimming in quicksand.
That's not helping me, Mr. Wright.
So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. We can use it to choke our enemies or something.
Bro, you know it's significant.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth.
Hola, partner.
I hate how his sprite is pretty.
They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper.
This
August?
upsets me.
August, I'm judging your taste.
He's so pretty.
That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
It's not a taste thing. Look at that coloring. Look at the listen, love you, long-haired man. Officer Marshall.
All
Why
about
not go and take a look-see at how
It
the
doesn't look like
trials
hair, it
go?
looks like cloth.
It does look like cloth.
Like, I
Looks
fully have
like-
never parsed that as hair. I parsed that as, like, he's got some sort of head covering under his hat.
Looks like I'm late. We've got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Well, I'll just slip out. Oh, sorry.
That hard to slip out, huh? What's
I'm not
going
even
on
gonna
there
make the
anyway?
joke.
No, it's a very
Imagine knowing what's going on, ever. All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge.
Oh, you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre. You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
He didn't say prospector.
Officer Marshall? You didn't say prospector. Are you abandoning the bit? This must mean things are dire. The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. And I'm wearing alcohol.
Sorry, I meant to say prospector. Must be the drink getting to me. Anyways, you don't say. Now don't that just beat on.
What? It just beat off? The giant centipede!
Seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time.
Why did you phrase it like that?
I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean?
Means she took her scarf off. Sometimes it's not that deep.
In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
Oh, also, relating to my taste in fictional characters, according to one of my roommates, this is, it's my greatest flaw. Is a horrible taste in fictional men.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's perfect.
Thank you, Gawain. I
I
love
just
you.
have the same taste. I love you too.
It's just because you have the same taste doesn't make it good taste.
Does to us now.
Means to
Solidarity.
us.
Like, wow, you are so right. And then we're so right.
You're so right.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Oil? Blood? Both?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee!
Who the fuck says that?
He does.
Cowboys, apparently.
The same terrible
It's time for OE!
When you graduate college, you have to pick a shtick and do it for the rest of your life.
And Japanifornia.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to resume?
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
Me too! Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Are you dead or are you in love? That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. Have you been doing drugs?
It can't be. This can't happen.
Yes, no drugs allowed in my courtroom. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Was it drugs in the courtroom?
It may have been drugs in the courtroom.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable.
Anyways, moving on. Oh, it's... Hey, Coda, the most dramatic voice you can.
Excuse me. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No, this guy.
I've seen this guy before.
I love this motherfucker.
What's with this guy?
I love his unnecessarily ominous organ theme.
A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. And it's definitely not because he's good looking.
Is that Fahrenheit or is that Celsius?
It doesn't matter.
In Japanifornia, we use Ferencius.
Ferencius.
We use Ferencius here.
No. Japanifornia strikes me as the kind of place to use degrees Kelvin.
Oh yeah, just for
so
the
right.
fun.
Who on earth is he?
Orange bastard organ man. Ah, it's you, Orange Bastard Organ Man. With the unnecessarily defined eyelashes.
Oh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Udgy. How you been? Swim much these days?
Hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy, smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney! I've heard good things about you, son.
Hello? Thanks?
Feel sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Surely!
I forgot how obsessed he was with going fucking swimming.
Little Worthy?
Mr. Wright? You don't know the district chief of police?
No one tells me anything. Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
That ominous smile, holy
And
shit.
he's just staring
That
silently at
1,000-yard
you.
stare. Name's Gat. Damon Gat. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
The name of a trustworthy man.
My name sounds like Demon. Don't worry about it. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow.
He fucking hates me.
I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler.
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less.
I hate the pauses.
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
I hate the intense animosity. What's
He's
this?
like the only Ace Attorney character who can do that.
And yet he stops the
what-
music and everything. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
What kind of outfit are you wearing?
But Mr. Edgeworth, what kind of outfit are you wearing? Maroon?
What kind of outfit are you
Really?
wearing?
How could they
Kettle.
miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel.
I mean, he was going to say a man killed in his car, but...
But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
I hate this man so much.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder isn't like you, Mr. Edgeworth. This is all your fault now. The court accepts this new evidence, and we're very disappointed in you. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Or the one I use for my job.
Oh?
Yeah. But if I cut my if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
They're like, we both have very important roles to fulfill in this core ecosystem. Come on, just hurry up and open it. I'm not hitting that. It's making me do this slowly and dramatically.
Oh.
I like to think that Phoenix is slowly flipping, pulling out his bag, and just one by one. Ugh! Don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
It was spring-loaded! Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood? Or cocktail sauce?
The ever-present question.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department.
Edgeworth, man, don't...
I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
Edgeworth, he will stomp on you. This is not the time. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? Snooty little prosecutor brat. About the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife. Perhaps it's a metaphor.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
Department in disorder.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here.
It's my secret knife.
Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh?
There's nothing scarier than multiples of 15.
It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
Gumshoe? That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Oh shit, hang on. Surprise text from random spam. Wait a second.
Jump scare.
You said 5:15. That was the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order!
Anyway, we at the department were all afluster, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
Hello?
I think we understand the police department situation. Right, entire
We do?
courtroom, will be quiet!
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. This smells like a conspiracy.
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well, however. Keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Not gonna happen. You can't just be like, oh, I can't say how. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're so right.
Yeah.
Saving time.
Oh, wait.
I remember reading a really convincing forum post about how this guy is Apollo's dad.
Terrifying. And I don't want to think that.
I'll incorporate that into my worldview. Excuse me, special?
Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now, not that.
Bruh.
We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
It's quite a mystery.
Should always have a second knife just in case.
So true.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler!
They may take away your knife, but what about your backup knife?
My second smaller knife.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, I feel like I know where we're going. I don't know how to get there.
We gotta prove a connection.
Yes, but... There's a small tag on the knife.
It says SL92.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure.
Sausage lobotomy
But
knife?
it reminds me of a similar code. Dick lobotomy 6. Maybe it's a case number.
That's weird.
What?
I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either.
Maybe I should check the court record again. Okay, before we go on. Wrong answers only, and you can't use the word lobotomy. What does SL stand for?
Gotta think about it.
Slutty licorice 9.
Slutty licorice.
Slutty lesbian. The case of the 9. Slutty lesbian.
Oh, wait, no. Sausage lubricant knife.
Oh, that's awful.
Okay, yeah.
That's horrible.
like
We're doing it. Coda once
Sausage
again. We're
lubricant
100%.
Wow.
You know what? I hate us, actually.
That's worse
That's
than
why
Dick
it's covered in cocktail sauce.
No!
What did you just present? Oh. This knife was found on the scene of our crime.
Sorry, I'm supposed to... Cocktail!
August, are you okay?
Cocktail!
I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
There's a lot of things that can go on at the department I can't explain.
Police secrets, you know how it is.
Guys.
Yeah.
My roommate just texted me, everything okay? I heard someone yelling. How do I explain this? Anyways, sorry, I just had to interrupt.
To be fair, that immediately sprang to mind because I was remembering something from a show my folks used to watch. I think it was Bones. But there was like this whole episode dedicated to like bacon-flavored lube.
The fuck? That sounds like a Bones episode.
So I have only ever seen Bones episodes in two places. One, when my science teacher decided she wanted a day off and was like, guys, watch this episode of Bones instead.
Valid.
And two, one time I took an ASL class and there was an episode where like the plot twist was heavily dependent on an audio cue, and our teacher made us watch the episode without sound to like you know, it's like a demonstrative thing.
That's fair.
So I've only ever seen Bones in school.
That's a really weird
And it's
place to see
very,
Bones.
very weird to me that it's like a real show that people have seen in other circumstances.
It was like the
It's-
first adult television show that I like chose to watch for myself.
I have
As, like,
never seen
a
Bones.
pre-scene.
I never heard of Bones until I saw a Tumblr post like 3 days ago.
And now
this
it's being brought up in your life
actually really good.
constantly.
Was it the Tumblr post about the tension between the two leads?
Yes, it was.
I keep thinking about that. It fascinates me.
It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the. Yeah, we fucking just looked at the knife. Oh my god. Yeah, we've
I
got
have
it.
a different thought. Wasn't there a note?
Yeah, no, that's
we
what I.
found?
That's
Okay,
where we're
okay.
going.
Listen,
So-
I've seen like a single-digit number of episodes of Bones in my fucking life, and all of them were in school.
I've seen like 5 seasons of Bones.
I've seen enough to say that it's good. So, how are things down at the department? Right there.
Yeah. Slime, baby. The
Sausage
sausage
Lube
lube 9.
The sausage lube.
Wait a second.
Oh, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
Aha! An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great.
I hate his teeth. I don't want to be here. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads Sausage Lubricant 92.
And this is important. Why? Besides, like, the implications for sausages.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's cocktail sauce. Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get?
I love the little animation. Boom!
We can rotate the JPEG.
Aha! Rotate JPEG!
Whoever wrote this note was holding the piece of paper upside down.
Sausage lubricant 9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order. Well, Chief?
Oh well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto.
Hello? I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
Yeah, that seems pretty important.
So this knife was stolen.
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice! Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. I love the little clap.
The drama.
The details are everything.
It was evidence from a case long since solved.
I hate how he calls Edgeworth little.
Yeah, it's weird.
He's gotta be condescending.
Yeah.
If he's not condescending, he'll die. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder.
But it's like only to Edgeworth. The nickname is enough condescension to everyone else. It's just that extra little, I hate you, child.
And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Oh, are we still fucking going? Are you gonna tell us information about what happened?
No.
Is
Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eye there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry.
Dare I say, sexy.
So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? Bitch-ass motherfucker. No matter, I understand. You were busy, what, with Lana's case and all?
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact! Surprising, isn't it, Archie?
I'm at a loss for words. What a coinky-dink.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact.
Just arrested. That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto.
I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving data on your case?
Ooh, good one! This kid's sharp! Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Okay, where was he found?
So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found,
Bruh!
Then give me a different question.
You
but
lie.
I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that.
The evidence room. Didn't he mention
right
that
on
in
tape.
his testimony just now?
Knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
A murder? And my evidence room? It's more
There's
likely
the
than you
connection between
think.
the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright. A stabbing, good old classic lawyer crime, right?
A crime of passion.
We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case.
You go to town?
With the money, you can shop in town.
What? With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. And I want to rewatch Leverage. Now we
Leverage
can
is so
get
good.
to testify about the details.
Leverage.
Elliot, my
You know
beloved.
what? One of these days on Haven, we should do a heist.
We should do
Oh, that would be
Like, I'm
good.
not sure what's around to heist. We might have to, like, wait a couple arcs for something good to turn up. But, we should have a heist. I think we deserve this.
I agree.
Elliot, my beloved.
The defense's position is simply this. You should watch, The Librarians if you haven't, because the guy who plays Elliot is playing, like, basically the same character.
Fantastic! Love Elliot 2.0.
The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Like, Librarians is not as good a show as Leverage, I think. Like, I really, really like it, but it's not as solid. but the guy who plays Elliot is very much playing the exact same character who happens to have a different name.
So I like the leverage fantasy of we're going to come in here and we're gonna take down the super rich corrupt dudes. Like, yes,
Mhm.
go off.
Unfuck the world.
I wish the
Hey,
world
hey,
was like
August.
this. Yes,
Do you remember that dream you had where we unionized a McDonald's?
I did have a dream where we unionized the McDonald's, and
I
it could
still
be
think
us.
about that. That could be us.
Us when we're leverage.
Us when we're leverage!
You don't say. Well, out with it, Rhino. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
Thank you, Edward. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a simple coinky-dink, as one would say.
August, why are you like this?
I'm unique.
You two make a good pair.
I ship it!
Gant is into this. Gaunt? Gant?
Get
It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
the power of love, am I right, boys?
Does this count as withholding evidence? Like, what the fuck? This can't possibly be legal.
I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. Hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
I love this guy!
Sure, why not?
Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? I'm probably going to anyways.
I love the way you're doing this guy.
Thank you.
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff, just like the sausage lubricant. You have to do everything properly.
Oh wow. I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him.
That's my...
Division first.
No, never mind.
No, come on, you can do it.
I was gonna be like...
Well, what division was the victim stationed in?
No, we missed Gwen's dirty joke.
Wait, what?
Okay, there surely will be another one. It wasn't a very good one.
Oh! You want to know that, do you? Do you? Criminal Affairs Division 1, the detectives responsible for homicide cases.
Homicide. That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too.
It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except it happened at the same time, so it couldn't have been.
Except, yeah, what you just said, except I'm saying it more scientifically.
Scientifically?
Scientifically.
Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking.
Emma Sky.
Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office. And one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife, what was it doing there? We already looked at the
Check this
fucking
knife
knife
out.
thief. Didn't mean to say scientifically. That's a push buttons and pop joke. I claim no responsibility for that one.
Scientifically.
Yep, good
the
joke,
fucking
not my
sauce.
joke. We already looked.
Sausage lubricant.
Yeah, we already looked at the sausage lubricant button. So what else is there? What else is there
Oh,
besides?
there's fingerprints on it?
Oh, yes, there are. That they won't let me click on.
We're not supposed to notice yet.
Bruh,
Bruh.
bruh,
Bruh.
bruh. Rude.
The snapped hand?
All right, let's see.
Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
Eat two? I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim at the police department. 5842189.
Does that tell us anything?
We have his ID card, don't we?
We have, yeah, we have someone.
5842189.
5482189. Whose ID do we have? We have
Goodman's.
Goodman. Bruh.
Oh,
That's
it's
It's the same
number.
fucking guy. Excuse me. Excuse me.
He died 2 deaths.
He died twice in 2 different places.
There was enough of
Actually,
him
it
to
does,
go
Your
around.
Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? Oh, hey, we have our health refilled.
yeah.
Witness.
What is it, Mr. Wright? The suspense.
Hang on, Steve said in chat, Goodwin was 99.8% brave. Unfortunately, that means he was 0.2% coward and died 2 deaths.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Damn.
L.
He died and then he died again for the audacity.
I'm going to kill you.
And then kill
Kill
you
you
again.
Thank you, Coda.
Yep.
And then resurrect you and then kill you and then...
You know, a fun Tuesday.
That's Judge.
I think that's how August and Anathema.
How they bond.
Yeah, they kill each other and then they kill each other again.
You
No choice.
really get to know a person that way.
Yeah, by their blood color. And taste.
Something Homestuck.
Oh no!
You can't escape.
Every single day I fall back into the trap. You're grinning like a
I was
schoolgirl
on
on
Astor's-
prom night.
I
Yes,
was on Astor's Homestuck stream last week.
that happened
so
too late
something
for
like-
me, but I will be on the next one.
Yes. No, it's just I got confused.
Dave Strider was too formative to my sense of humor for me not to be on it.
And this is news.
Ouch, Your Honor.
Rude.
Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
Aw, Edward. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh ho! Is it yours? The case
Hello?
King! He's so dumb. I love him.
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember?
I don't remember shit! Ooh, cranberries!
But, Mischief and Sikari and I have been trying to put together people's god tiers.
No.
This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
God tiers are hard.
We have August down tentatively as a Mage of Void.
As a what?
Mage of Void.
Sexy.
Shame on you, Rhino. Personnel IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
189. And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier! That started with 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
How many times can we say the string of numbers challenge?
5842189. 5842189.
Wait a second, Wright. What does this...
I love how they're objecting just to talk at each other. They're
That's what I
so
want to
cute.
know.
They're so cute.
The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Rhino. Sharp as a tack.
But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim! No splitsies!
We can't share.
He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot!
There's a Polish, nursery rhyme about two guys fighting over a girl, and the narrator is like, hey, girls have two braids you can share. This is something I grew up with.
They're like, have you considered polyamory?
Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department.
Angel Star approved.
In the evidence room, at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So, what we're saying is... the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Love to have some different disappointed.
Yeah, when I die, I better confuse people. Oh, order. Okay.
August, first of all, you're not allowed to die. Second of all, if you die, I'm going to give wildly conflicting information at your funeral.
Thank
I
you.
was gonna say, no one's allowed to die until I'm dead. Those are the rules of being my friend.
Oh.
I'm going to make sure that everyone at your funeral is so confused about what the fuck happened in Pittsburgh.
You're a true friend.
You're welcome. Now don't die.
I'll do my
No.
best.
What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Yes, unfortunately, Gant says he hates you, in particular.
It's interdepartment conflict.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Not even at Phoenix this time, damn!
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Fiak!
Yuck!
Yuck!
Wait.
Fiac, can I ask what the hell the image you were just spamming in the Discord server is? Like, what the fuck? Hello?
Wait, what?
There's no explanation needed, this is glorious!
How many toes is this?
What the fuck? Why is there so many Toad? What?
Listen, we put the chariot thing in the VC mute. But only
That's
one!
true.
And it was
Go
spoiled.
look at the dick chariot.
Yeah, go look at the dick chariot!
You gotta see Mara.
Got a mouth.
Fiac beloved.
Wait! I I said wait! Or didn't you hear me?
Anyway, the most terrifying thing about the Ace Attorney fandom is that there is a small subsection that is just like really into this guy.
Why? For what reason?
I don't know. He's loud and in
large.
charge.
He's got gloves? Question mark.
Really, it was the thing I just didn't understand. Like I have like even Von Karma didn't have a weird horny subsection, but this guy.
I think the weird horny section for Von Karma is Faye Magpie.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say,
It's
looks
literally just-
directly at Faye.
It's just Faye Magpie. Oh, I blocked that out. Thanks, guys.
welcome.
Babe.
I did read this.
Sorry, I got distracted by Faye Magpie.
It's okay.
My beloved.
Faye Magpie beloved.
Faye Magpie, the absolute beloved. The oversight.
Hello,
The
Fiak and
grave
Co.
error. Hello.
Hello, Fiak and Co.
Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours.
You're a bitch ass motherfucker.
Everyone hates Edgeworth today.
Man, words, names are escaping me.
Hello, Elias.
What? How dare? Hello, Elias. We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Aha!
Oh, this voice.
But is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
Horrific! Thank you, Gwen.
I'm here, sir, at the quest of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the reports. Hard to believe.
I hate him and his stupid rose-tinted glasses.
I love how the voice you given him is kind of like newscaster, scary. It's perfect.
Thank you. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room.
How is it specifically set up? Just like, fuck you, Edgeworth.
Nicely.
Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He looked like a real idiot. Yeah, what I just said.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Everyone just shut the fuck alone.
But what's that?
Edgeworth really goes fucking through it this cage.
Everyone's like, this is why you suck real bad.
You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I...
Well, you see, I hate you.
He's so uncomfortable.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
Oh, burn!
What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Are we finally figuring that out?
Well, Mr. Wright,
Fun and
after
fearsome.
don't talk about evidence law, what is there left?
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial.
Or your angel star and you just show up.
And start checking evidence
Oh.
with people.
Fiac, you missed the sequel to Dick Lobotomy.
Oh,
Yes.
it's Sausage Lubricant 9!
Yeah.
That's what we're on now.
This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
His name is literally on the front page, man!
The connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No!
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
Again.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors?
Low blow.
You were even in the defendant's chair just this last December.
Lower blow.
I know why Edgeworth does some rash actions after this case.
Yeah, it's very good setting up why he does what he does.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. He called someone sir. You know you're really going through it. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. Fuck you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fuck on! The last prosecutor literally murdered the guy.
I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? I am so disappointed in you.
This is like a dream where you're like, everybody is going to say that I'm the worst person ever, but it just
It's
happens
just Edgeworth's
never.
life.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Well, court's adjourned. I didn't say anything ominous.
I'm fascinated by the way this case is like, because it was written after the other games in the trilogy were written, so it's written like with the foresight of what's going to happen to Edgeworth and Wright as characters, unlike all of the other cases, and also kind of with like the knowledge of how the cases usually go.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's structured a lot differently.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? Like, what the fuck, man? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on?
So true, King.
The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part?
We just went over this.
The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. So, like, where did he die?
We gotta have a recap.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
I'm helpful, fuck you. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Did she read his mind?
Look, we're in this together, right? You can tell by my clout goggles.
Your clout
He does have cloud goggles.
I'll prove that these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. They're also for
Holy
clout.
shit.
Hey, what are cloud goggles? Like, I know what they look like, but where did they come from?
I could not tell you.
Let's go. Science awaits us.
Who uses goggles for clout?
Emma, Sky.
Georgia found.
That one too.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. Screw that guy. Whoever's arrested for that, not my sister. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum. Was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
The power of siblings. That's not it at all. I can still read your fucking mind, by the way. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do. And I trust her.
Aww.
Big words for a high school student.
Okay, fine, I love my sister.
Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Very Saugust of you.
Very.
God, I love Saugust. Huh?
Saugust is very
What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there, just like your sins.
Oh, damn.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Have you seen how competent they were?
You know what? Fair
Can't
point.
do
Let's
fuck
the
or
luminol
shit.
thing.
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Still, I don't feel like I should be using it. Alcoholic
Maybe I'm
beverage.
expecting about 500%.
Fiak, I'd like to know what your vision is here.
Dial it up.
Are you saying turn up the volume?
Give us a metric.
Or are you asking us to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
more dramatic? Well, we'll never know. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things?
Or clout goggles.
Ah, the clock goggles. Oh
Hot
shit.
goggles!
Oh, shit, we just loaded up the virtual boy?
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray. Okay, let us find some blood stains. Squishity squirt. Squirt. Oh my god, hi! Hashtag clout. Clout
I can see your
allocated.
eyes shining behind those glasses.
That's right, it's a science!
So, is this a bloodstain?
It's so,
Emma,
No.
you're shaking.
I've decided blood is gross. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood.
What
Like
about the shoe?
What about the shoe?
murder blood! Those
The shoe
don't
was also
count!
murder blood.
There's so much blood
The
on the shoe.
knife was also murder blood.
There was like 2 bloody knives.
But like,
Well, one of them was
those
chocolate
aren't supposed to be like
one of
that.
them
It's
was chocolate.
dramatic.
Right.
Scientific investigation in action.
This is blood in the wild. I wasn't emotionally prepared.
Phoenix is so tired.
Wow, blood appeared. Go, luminol.
Okay, well,
Oh, okay, well... Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's you. I'm sorry.
I'm a trans confirmed.
I will trans-confirm!
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this, scientifically?
The amount of blood? Yeah, he got stabbed and was bleeding out. There should be more, right?
There was a whole pool. Like, she stepped in it on her shoes.
The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood. More blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay?
Hog.
See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Give me validation.
Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too.
Close enough. I saved up my allowance to buy that.
They let you buy this stuff?
What allowance? Aren't you an orphan?
Hey, her older sister can give her an allowance.
You know what? That's fair.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court.
Emma says ACAB.
Emma says ACAB. Thanks for the follow, Ramen.
Right.
She's correct, absolutely. Sometimes
Absolutely.
they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
You know what Emma looks like? You know what Emma looks like? Emma looks like someone who watches too much Doctor Who.
Emma
Yeah.
does
Oh,
look.
yeah.
Emma looks like a doctor.
Circa 2012.
Emma looks like a doctor.
She does. I
Then
wonder
let's
what
drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious.
Everything can be suspicious if you believe.
Ooh, who's this? Is this the cowboy again?
Why are you back?
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box.
Horrible.
Hello?
Fuck.
What would this do to a meat juice? Have you
What would this
considered?
do to a meat juice?
Sausage lubricant.
9.
She does.
Miss Star! And your sausage lubricant.
You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two.
Why are you here? Weren't you like just disgraced?
You just lied in front of the court multiple times. This day old deli box is on the house.
Hello? Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
Your own fault.
My apologies, Miss Starr, but you shouldn't have committed perjury.
No, it's okay. It was my fault.
I did commit perjury on
It's
the
a little bit of
DL.
perjury. I had a just.
Oh, we know. It was your fault. It was so very your fault.
I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see.
So don't fucking commit perjury!
I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Also, like, why did you describe my sister like that?
So yeah, it was a lioness. Tiger. A beautiful tiger.
It's funny and baffling, like, how easily people will just, like, commit perjury and not think about it.
Like, I love to lie.
Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's, like, on purpose. That's unforgivable.
You're a criminal.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here.
Why is Fiok linking us to George H.W. Bush broccoli comments? Someone who's not me, click on that.
Bush's
Sure.
views on broccoli were seen as out of touch with Americans as broccoli was becoming more popular and was referred to as the vegetable of the 80s. Hello?
What? Would love to know the
See,
logic.
This reads like a parody article, but it's definitely on real Wikipedia.
Damn. Today I learned.
The more
if
you
it's-
know.
Every single day. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw.
Yeah, what the hell is up with this?
I think it's brilliant.
I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands.
Ah.
I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman.
You aren't a detective. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
So, you
Understandable feedback.
were a detective. Emphasis on were. Weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago.
Time is relative.
Ancient history. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they face me, they coughed it up.
Oh my.
Coughed it up?
They confessed.
Oh, that's what that means.
They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
Skullduggery
Where-
blasted.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Absolutely. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect.
Huh, what kind of dirt?
Oh, you know. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. I wonder if this, like, works better in Japanese.
Oh. And here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go? Or fired? Yeah, why do you keep telling us George's W? I'm not objecting.
We
just
need to
also,
know.
Hello?
Love, this is brilliant, and thank you for contributing.
Highlight reel of embarrassing George W.
Yuck, beloved.
I felt that I
Yuck,
had
beloved was this.
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today.
I can't believe it. He even lost the tennis match. Cringe.
Cringe fail.
This is why I play Mario Tennis instead.
Is it less embarrassing to lose Mario Tennis?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all because of that. The Sausage Lubricant 9 incident.
Sausage Lubricant 9? Wait, she doesn't mean.
So stupid.
She probably does.
Because it's on the Wii. No. The Wii is exclusively for bowling and only so I can throw the ball backwards and watch all the Miis jump in a circle.
I'm literally showing you the thing that says Sausage Lubricant 9 on it. Why do you have nothing to say? Oh, there it is. Never mind. You're looking at it.
Sausage Lubricant 9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very same day Goodman was killed.
So if it's a murder weapon, how did someone get cocktail sauce on it?
As I suspected. Sausage Lubricant 9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the Sausage Lubricant 9 incident?
Bruh?
Really not.
Apparently not!
Why would she be helpful?
I'll show you the other knife. Did you not register? Yeah, we fully went by it.
Is the note maybe?
It didn't. I love how this didn't trigger. Bruh!
Can you present the note?
I did. That was the first thing I did.
That's the same dialogue. Interesting.
Right. We'll leave that hanging in the air.
Huh. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murderer. That's when I took this photo, yes.
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime.
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem.
It's called perjury, it's a crime.
It's illegal.
Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before.
We're still disregarding it.
Try some more, you crybaby bitch.
And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Oh, maybe this will unlock it.
Fiak, what the hell does that mean?
What?
What?
Some things are best not to think about.
That time?
There's mystery.
Yeah, I can't imagine why people would disregard the testimony of a habitual liar.
You know.
Something, do the gumshoe voice for the laughs.
Oh, yeah, I was...
For like 2
hang
sentences.
on. Let's see if maybe I can read the next line. The incident really opened my eye. Oh, no. It's... Oh, fuck, how does it sound like?
Think of
Really open... All those mafia men.
Yeah, think of the mafia men.
Think of the mafia men.
That's what I'm saying, pal. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, he really just... He's gonna dock my pay again. No, it's not quite getting there. It's like, I don't know, it's like Italian mobster accent. I can't do it. I need a line that
You're
is
from
free.
Southie.
The incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Have you tried not committing perjury? Yeah, go away and say some gay shit.
Gay shit, you say?
Disposable. To Hugh.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're glistening tits, pal!
Mr. Edgeworth, you're glistening tits!
Absolutely magnificent. 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. I love the art in this case. There's like more art in this case than there is in most of them, I think.
Yeah.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence.
So, they didn't solve it? Damn, they're so soft!
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Because this is Japaniponia, and we're not
Right.
normal about punishments.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that.
I think the death penalty is not clean.
The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
Then why execute the fucker?
For the
I'm sorry,
drama!
this makes me mad.
Japaniponia.
What? But the queer... Fuck! I'm upset! But the criminal was executed, right?
Imagine the political discourse in Japaniponia. Holy shit. Imagine what Reddit would be like.
Oh my god.
I don't want to even imagine what Reddit is fucking like
Guys,
current level.
guys, I want you to live in this world for a sec. I want you to imagine with me Japanifornia, Reddit, am I the asshole?
Oh no.
Oh.
Am I the... On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence.
You got a guy killed for your
What?
made up evidence.
You mean
Fuck
they
you.
executed someone with fabricated evidence? Holy shit!
This woman is weirdly obsessed with murder and death.
The best part came several months after the trial.
Yeah, that's my
When it
job.
turned out it wasn't the guy after all.
Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolman. Others found themselves out of a job.
I mean, like, I fucking hope so. And you were one of those? Did you know?
Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops. I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten. And neither have I.
You haven't forgotten Sausage Lubricant 9?
There was another side to the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now.
This is why I'm dating the entire police department.
And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait. Those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate.
As Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on Sausage the Bottom... Fuck. Sausage Lubricant 9 have disappeared. We find new evidence. I'm tired. August, it's been 2 hours.
I'm finishing this conversation. I'm sorry. There has to be a connection.
So, Rookie,
What?
it seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes.
Then you should take this.
A Salisbury steak lunch?
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Is it gumshoe?
Steak lunch received.
Oh.
Oh, no,
Cowboy.
Miss Star. Officer Marshall, is here, are you his? You see, I don't know how straight people work either. Are you going out and tracted and not in the intellectual sense?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, and it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold.
It's the trauma.
Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall.
All right. And then with that conversation
Save the
over,
game.
I'm saving the game. I'm saving the game. I'm saving the game.
There's it. There it is. Save the game.
Game saved. Game saved. I win. I win game. I win streaming. I win streaming. Game saved.
Yeah! August! adayofaugust.
It is another wonderful Ace Attorney Day.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for tuning in.